Channel 11 News starts with breaking news.
Breaking right now, a bit of a setback for Allegheny County. 7 more people have died from coronavirus in Allegheny County after a 2-day stretch of no deaths being reported. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lash.
And I'm Peggy Finnegan. Let's get right to those new numbers. The county's death toll now stands at 109. 72% of those deaths were at long-term care facilities like nursing homes. There are also 10 new cases since yesterday for a total of 1,375 cases in the county.
New at noon, AHN is starting to get back to business. The health system will begin offering regular medical visits and non-emergency surgeries. We're told local and state health officials gave the go-ahead for all AHN facilities to resume in-person care, but restrictions remain in place, like limits on visitors, screening all patients and employees for coronavirus symptoms, and using personal protective equipment.
As we mentioned, unfortunately, today's Allegheny County update marks the end of an encouraging trend.
After 2 days of not reporting any new deaths in Allegheny County, the death toll went up again today. Pennsylvania Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine said state officials continue to examine trends when deciding when to reopen counties. They want to see if people are practicing social distancing. They're also making sure there's an adequate supply of PPE and test kits and protections for vulnerable populations, including at care facilities and prisons. During a call with reporters this morning, Governor Tom Wolf suggested that southwestern Pennsylvania could be next to start the reopening phase.
And we're getting a clearer picture of what life will look like once businesses here start to reopen. Governor Tom Wolf's office released guidance for businesses to follow. It includes increased cleaning and disinfecting, limits on the number of employees and customers inside a store at one time. Masks and sanitizing supplies must be provided for employees. Shields or other barriers must be installed at registers and in checkout areas. And owners will also need to create a plan in case their business is exposed to the coronavirus. 24 counties in Pennsylvania, including 5 in the Northwest region, will reopen on Friday, and then more counties are expected to join them next Friday if they can keep the number of cases low.
A local lawmaker is tackling what he calls a critically urgent situation in nursing homes across Pennsylvania. Representative Rob Matzey just introduced a bill aimed at getting the Department of Health inside each facility.
Channel 11's Liz Kilmer just spoke with him about this major proposal.
If passed, this bill would require the State Department of Health to inspect each and every facility here in Pennsylvania. And of course, we have reported that they are a hotbed for COVID-19. Well, State Representative Rob Matzey is pointing the finger at one facility in particular. Nursing homes have been a hotbed for the coronavirus, a growing concern for many and one that has state leaders taking action. This week, a bill was introduced designed to provide more resources to long-term care facilities, among other measures. If passed, the legislation would require the Department of Health to inspect each and every one in Pennsylvania, assess the infection control procedures, provide testing for every resident and worker, and report the findings. Representative Rob Matzey introduced the bill as he had growing concerns about the Brighton Rehabilitation and Wellness Center in Beaver County, where he says the virus is spreading and the death toll mounting.
The number just continues to rise at this individual facility. So you can't make statute on one facility. So my bill basically would tell the Department of Health that they have to go in and do inspections of all nursing homes. But if you're not doing it right, then steps need to be taken to ensure that the folks that live in those facilities, the residents of those facilities and the family members have some peace of mind that everything's being done up and up.
And right now the bill is with the Health Committee, but does it have a chance at passing? I'm going to talk more about that. Spoke with the representative about that, and I'll have an update tonight at 5. Back to you.
Thanks, Liz. And more details now. A decision is expected this week on whether the health department will release data on COVID-19 at individual nursing homes. Health officials have been weighing the public's right to know against patient privacy and state law. About 2/3 of the state's COVID deaths have been residents at nursing or personal care homes.
The state auditor's office wants county jails to test all inmates. Eugene DePasquale tells Channel 11 that he doesn't want to see an outbreak like our nursing homes are experiencing. Allegheny County has tested 48 inmates. 27 tests were positive. DePasquale wants prisons to isolate new inmates for 14 days and hand out free soap. Just last week, County Executive Rich Fitzgerald said there will be no mass testing at the Allegheny County Jail. He said the jail has been following all CDC guidelines.
Meanwhile, state lawmakers are working to expand COVID-19 testing in Pennsylvania. A bill just passed by the House would put first responders, medical professionals, and at-risk populations at the very front of the line. House Majority Leader Brian Cutler said we have to empower health departments to protect their communities. And if you need to be tested, Allegheny Health Network is expanding its drive-up locations. You do need a doctor's order to be tested. AHN now has 7 locations across our area. To check for one near you, go to our WPXI News app.
New at noon, summer won't be the same for families in Dormont. We've learned the Dormont pool won't be opening this season because of concerns surrounding coronavirus. Channel 11's Mike Holden learned why borough leaders are taking the drastic step.
Borough officials admit this decision was not easy, but they say they are keeping the pool closed right here behind me this summer for the sake of everyone's health and well-being. The beloved Dormont pool will sit empty and dry this summer. Despite a 100-year anniversary looming and strong community support, Borough Council voted unanimously to keep it closed. Council members say the move to open would have been risky considering the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Borough officials say they could not take a chance reopening, knowing all of those people and staff would be in one place and that someone could unknowingly possibly spread COVID-19. They say it is a money saver, but the decision was strictly based on ethics, not finances. Neighbors and borough officials tell Channel 11 it is a challenging situation, but they had to do what was best for everyone considering the current climate.
How do you protect the lifeguards? How do you safeguard locker rooms? The CDC has said that they cannot find water transmission for this virus. However, there's a lot of activity that takes place outside of the water.
And if they think it's the safest thing to do, then even though it might not be the news everyone wants to hear, it might be the thing that we all have to do.
And I've also reached out to pool management regarding this closure. I'm working to get their take on this situation, and we'll have that for Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting in Dormont, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
New at noon, we're getting our first look at the man who's charged with abuse of a corpse after a woman's body was found in a refrigerator. This is Daryl Jones.
And police say the mother of 4 was missing for days before she was found yesterday.
The disturbing discovery was our breaking news yesterday at noon. The family of Christy Jefferson shared these photos with Channel 11. They say Christy looked out for people and she was kind-hearted. She was last seen April 26th when she FaceTimed with her family. We don't yet know how she died, but we're told Christy stayed with Jones at this apartment building off Helen Street. Her body was found inside the building yesterday in a refrigerator that had been moved into the hallway. Tenants there started to notice a foul smell over the weekend, but never imagined this.
Knocked on her door, and she came to the door, and I thought everything was okay. I wish I would knew something. I could have helped her.
Family members and neighbors say Daryl and Christy had a violent past, and police say they checked on that address several times before.
This case is going to continue to develop, and we will be following it all day. You can find updates as we get them on the WPXI News app. Search crews are back at McConnell's Mill State Park today looking for the body of a man who fell into a river there over the weekend and was swept downstream. We spoke with a man who saw what happened.
My body just kind of went into shock, realizing what happened.
Brandon Cryer was getting ready to walk his dog when he saw Jeffrey Hamby II fall into the water. He says he started running after him along the trail, trying to throw him a life vest.
I followed him all the way, probably about half a mile, and then all of a sudden he went into a rapid, and that was the last that I personally saw of him.
Awful situation there. Park rangers tell Channel 11 Hamby fell from a rock hiking path, and they urge anyone who visits the park to be careful, especially when hiking near the water.
Police are investigating after a teenage boy was stabbed in Penn Hills. This was breaking yesterday on Channel 11 News at 5. According to our Trib partners, the boy was stabbed twice in the back after getting off a Port Authority bus at Duff and Frankstown roads. He is expected to be okay. Police say a man and woman were seen running away from the area, and officers are working to get surveillance video from the bus.
A man is facing 20 new charges after escaping from police custody. This was a wild chase here. Justin Shea is back in jail today. He had been sentenced on minor charges when he jumped out of a moving transport van in German Township, Fayette County. Police say his hands and legs were still shackled when he ran into a woman's home and stole her car. That woman's daughter watched as he drove through the garage door and toward one of the prison guards, who then shot at him.
Came out right here, and the officers were like right where he's standing, and just was popping him off like 11 or 12 shots.
Police say Shea led officers on a chase until he crashed into a tree, and that's when he was finally caught.
Channel 11 has learned that the victim of a murder-suicide in Ross Township was a professor at Pitt. The School of Medicine released a statement saying that Dr. Bing Liu was a research assistant professor. His department leaders say he was studying the coronavirus when he passed. They plan to finish his research as a way to honor him. He was killed Saturday inside his house on Elm Court in the Mews. Police say the shooter was a man Dr. Liu knew. That man killed himself a short time later.
Well, you may need a light jacket if you're heading out this afternoon.
I know. What happened to springtime, right? Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is at home timing out this cloudy and cool Tuesday. Danielle.
Good afternoon, Gordon and Peggy. It's a cloudy sky for us as we take a look over the city, and it's chilly out there today. Temperatures are only in the 40s at this hour. We'll climb into the mid-50s this afternoon, but we are going to keep that cloud cover around. You can see the hour-by-hour forecast, about 54 degrees at 3 o'clock and 55 at 5 o'clock. I am tracking a chance for rain in the forecast. That's going to be more so toward this evening and tonight. I'll walk you hour by hour through that forecast and when snow is in the picture coming up in just a few minutes.
And I packed everything up into the mail and then realized I'm not in her district.
Problems with mail-in ballots, the mistake that nearly had this woman casting a vote in a district she doesn't live in.
Plus, the FDA reverses course on some COVID-19 blood tests. Why it now says having more options may not be for the best.
And many nonprofits forced to cut programs short because of the pandemic. What you can do today to help your favorite organization.
Channel 11 News and NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life.
Whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
watching WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. All the best things happening in Pittsburgh in one place. Watch 11 Things to Do, Thursday and Friday mornings at 9:15 on WPXI Now and on demand. Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
Today is Giving Tuesday now. And usually we talk about this on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving when you're encouraged to donate to your favorite nonprofit. But the need came early this year. Channel 11's Jennifer Tomazik explains the challenges that nonprofits are facing and how you can help them.
On a normal Tuesday in May, you'd find girls in the Girls on the Run program doing activities like this. But
we were 2 weeks into our spring season when the schools started to close, so we had already started that momentum on high energy.
Instead, girls enrolled in the after-school program that teaches life lessons through exercise are doing lessons at home. It's like many nonprofits that had to suddenly stop programs and reinvent itself when the pandemic hit.
They're in a really difficult period where it's been hard for them to find the right balance of sharing why their mission is important in this moment and kind of keeping the lights on.
We sought out nonprofit expert Jamie McDonald for guidance on what nonprofits can do to stay afloat. She suggests reaching supporters in other ways, like thank yous, encouraging volunteering, and non-monetary relationship building. But the money is important to move forward for many nonprofits. Girls on the Run brought in money from its end-of-the-season 5K in May, and it had to cancel it this year.
We definitely take a hit by not hosting the 5K event, because not only does it serve as the celebratory culminating event of the spring season, it generates revenue so that we can fund program scholarships for the next season.
So it's hoping donations from the virtual 5K it's hosting, called Girls on the Run PA 5K Your Way, will help get them through. Jennifer Tomazik, Channel 11 News.
And if you want to participate, the Pennsylvania 5K My Way is May 23rd through the 31st. You can do it however you like with your family during that week. They're just asking that you sign up online.
The FDA is putting the brakes on how it handles many coronavirus blood tests. In March, the agency let companies start selling blood tests without their approval. The idea was to flood the market with new tests. There were about 160 unverified tests being used, but the FDA says it has since learned that many of those tests were not accurate. So now the companies will have to prove their tests work before they can sell them.
Should you have to pay the state or local taxes on your stimulus check? The state Senate is discussing just that this week. The bill already passed the House unanimously. The sponsors of the bill say that Pennsylvanians need all the help they can get right now. The stimulus payment is already exempt from federal taxes.
President Donald Trump is pushing for another round of payroll tax cuts. If it happens, you could see a minor bump in your paycheck, but it would take time because it would be phased in over pay periods, and it would mean less money going to Social Security and Medicare. Some Democrats argue cutting payroll taxes only helps those working and doesn't help people who are unemployed right now.
A local church is collecting household supplies for those in need. City View Church has teamed up with Pittsburgh City Councilman Bobby Wilson's office to donate the items to residents of city housing. They need things like paper towels, toilet paper, and laundry soap. You can drop the donations off at the church on Tripoli Street now through Saturday from noon to 4 p.m.
You can now buy 12 bottles of liquor for curbside pickup at wine and spirit stores. Initially, the limit was 6. The State Liquor Control Board has also added more curbside pickup locations. There are now 580 locations that offer the service. Stores in southwestern PA that were added today include in Russellton, Latrobe, Monessen, Irwin, and Avonmore.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our forecast for the rest of the day, it will be cloudy and the temperatures are only climbing into the mid-50s. We're going to have an east-northeast wind right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. I am tracking that cloud cover that will continue, and then rain will be arriving as we head into this evening. Overnight tonight, showers are likely with temperatures down in the upper 30s. So another chilly night for us. In fact, this morning we had temperatures out there in the mid-30s as expected. So another morning in the 30s with winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at our lows across the rest of the area tonight into tomorrow morning. 39 Beaver, about 40 degrees in Washington, so we're really all feeling the chill. And we will have rain around in the morning as well, so if you are out and about early, you'll definitely need your umbrella and a jacket because it will be chilly out there for sure. Here's a look at our storm tracker maps at 2 o'clock for the rest of this afternoon, showing a cloudy sky with us. That cloudy sky will continue into the evening, and by evening, we're looking at a stray shower opportunity, especially south of the Pittsburgh area. Once we get into the late night and overnight period, that rain is gradually going to be spreading in and becoming more widespread across the area. So you can see here by 1:30 in the morning, a lot of us are dealing with the rain, including Pittsburgh. That rain will continue into Wednesday morning. Here is a snapshot at 8:30, and you can see green over Pittsburgh and Butler and Katanning, and you're actually seeing some white and purple shaded color on our map, which represents that rain-snow mix and or some snow in the areas in white. Now, earlier model data was showing snow and rain mixed in the Pittsburgh area, so I don't want to entirely rule that out for Wednesday morning because temperatures will be down in the upper 30s, but I am not expecting snow accumulation in the Pittsburgh area. You can see here at the noon hour on Wednesday, we are still seeing some showers in Pittsburgh, Greensburg, Indiana, and Uniontown. By this point, temperatures have climbed into the 40s, so I am expecting a lot of this to be majority rain for us in the afternoon, and those showers will quickly push on out of here, leading to a decrease in cloud cover by Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. So by 9 o'clock, we are mostly clear in Beaver and Butler and Pittsburgh, Katanning, and in Washington as we say goodbye to this weather system. Take a look here at the forecast tomorrow. It's going to be a cold one for us. In fact, colder than today. We are looking at temperatures only near 40 degrees at 10 o'clock, 43 at noon, and 44 at 2 o'clock. The average high is upper 60s. So we are going to be checking in about 20 degrees below average on the high temperature. 49 for Butler, 47 in Indiana, 46 in Greensburg. Just a day where it is feeling a lot more like early March. 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view, and 48 with some rain and snow showers, especially early in the morning Wednesday. 58 Thursday, clouds increase, showers back in the forecast Friday. Friday night into Saturday, rain and snow showers turning to scattered snow showers as we head into Saturday, and Saturday is going to be a chilly day with highs only in the lower 40s. I'll see you back in the next half hour with some spring snow stats. Stick around.
Well, a payday for universities and their students, why the federal government is handing out cash.
Plus, college students don't seem too pleased with their online classes, and some of them now want their money back, how they're pushing for a refund.
Channel 11 News is committed to covering the coronavirus, bringing you what's happening now.
Certain restrictions are now lifted on some outdoor activities.
What's new?
Record number of unemployment claims. If you need help, the best time they say is to call Thursdays and Fridays.
And what's next?
Red, yellow, green. Governor Wolf's color-coded reopening system is set up in 3 phases.
Today, we expect to hear from the governor about which areas could start to reopen.
Count on Channel 11 Morning News for live coverage of the coronavirus every morning. happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Students at more than 25 universities are demanding tuition refunds. They say their online classes don't live up to the classroom experience. The class action lawsuits are being filed against private schools as well as large public universities, including Penn State and the University of Pennsylvania. Colleges are fighting it, saying they're still offering students a quality education. The president of Wesleyan University says he's offering students the opportunity to defer enrollment this fall.
We're offering students the ability to defer. We're not going to tell somebody who signed up to take classes in person in the fall, and if we have to go online, we're not going to tell them you have to come or you lose your money. We're not going to do that. We don't know what the tuition should be because our expenses haven't gone down.
Penn State says they will not refund tuition, but they have issued refunds for room and board and unused meal plans.
Butler Memorial Hospital is resuming elective surgeries. The hospital is treating 6 COVID-19 patients right now, but that means they are not at capacity. So starting next Monday, they will begin doing elective surgeries, procedures, and outpatient visits. It's going to be on a limited basis, and officials will either expand or dial back based on virus activity over the next few weeks.
Many small businesses are struggling right now. The local shops that have been forced to close for good because of the crisis.
They are saying that my vote will count. Sure hope it will.
A ballot warning. She was sent the wrong one. She accidentally used it before realizing the error. We're finding out how her problem is being fixed.
Every candidate, every voice, every vote matters. From the campaign trail to your backyard, we're talking to the candidates about the big issues and to the voters who will decide the election. Channel 11 News, Decision 2020 coverage. WPXI Now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now.
Severe weather coverage where you live
on Channel 11 News.
Breaking right now, we just got new coronavirus numbers from the State Health Department.
Yeah, and more than 500 more deaths have been reported since yesterday. There have now been more than 3,000 deaths in the state. Here at home, there are about 36 new coronavirus cases. As we reported earlier, Allegheny County has more than 1,300 cases. Beaver County has 466, and for the first time in 3 days, Butler County is reporting new cases. That county has now 184. There are 84 cases in Fayette County, 120 in Washington, and 405 in Westmoreland. You can see updated numbers for all of our local counties scrolling along at the bottom of your screen.
As the Southwest region prepares to get back to business, we're learning about some businesses that will not be able to open once those restrictions are lifted. Channel 11's Amy Hudak found two business owners that have already made a difficult decision.
You walk down any main street in any community and you're going to see closed sign after closed sign. Many business owners say those signs will never flip back to open. They have no choice but to shut their doors for good.
It's a very, very sad day for all of us, not just me, but the whole neighborhood.
Lucy Sioka says there's a sadness in Bloomfield. Her office has always been right next door to Alexander's Italian Bistro. For 60 years, the restaurant has been owned by a local family, the Colazis.
Alex Calazzi has been a dear friend, not just a restaurant owner. He has been a wonderful, wonderful person that I have known for many, many years.
Alexander's closed in mid-March when stay-home orders were issued. But recently, the family announced they will not be reopening. A sentimental post on their Facebook page reads, quote, "As the chapter closes on Alexander's, we take with us the most full heart, a heart full of memories and laughter, and now tears."
I'm just sorry that this shutdown had to come to this, and I think he's not going to be the only one to do this. I think there are many, many, many businesses that are going to suffer, are not going to be back.
The Colazis are far from the only ones forced to close their doors. Just a short drive towards the convention center, the Colony Cafe, a bistro and cafe with adorable adoptable cats, is locking up its doors for good at the end of the month. The owner writing, like many small businesses, Colony Cafe operated on thin margins, and the state-mandated closure in March proved to be something from which we couldn't financially recover. 9 cats are still available for adoption. A Good Samaritan heard the cafe was closing and prepaid for each of the 9. All they need is a home, no adoption fee. It's a bittersweet end for the owners who found homes for nearly 350 cats in Pittsburgh in the 3 years they were open. Many people fear this is what's to come for many Main Street businesses. Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.
Other shops, though, are luckier.
Yeah, local hair salons are getting ready for when Governor Wolf puts their county in the green phase. Zazu Salon has been up and running for more than 20 years in Allegheny County. The owners told us as soon as COVID-19 shut them down, they started planning on how to safely reopen, which includes social distancing and extra cleaning.
Here's the reality. People want to get back to work, okay? But we want to do it safely, so let's take a look at what does that look like.
Will check in virtually, and they'll have their temperatures checked. If they don't have a fever, they can come in wearing a mask and gloves.
Struggling college students could see some extra money. The Federal CARES Act includes $14 billion for higher education. Here's the breakdown. More than $6 billion will be available as cash grants for students. Locally, our partners at the Trib learned about 11,000 Pitt undergrads will receive between $500 and $1,000. And then the remaining $8 billion can be used by schools to offset the money that they've refunded to students for their room and board.
Now to an update on Decision 2020. 948,000 Pennsylvanians have applied for mail-in ballots ahead of the primary election. Coronavirus forced the state to reschedule the election to June 2nd. That's 4 weeks from tomorrow. For the first time, you don't need an excuse to vote by mail in PA. You can apply or call online. But Channel 11's Joe Arena spoke to a voter who got a mail-in ballot that had the wrong candidates on it, and he found out what's being done to fix it and to keep it from happening to others.
I try to stay pretty aware of who's on the ballot and that kind of thing, and I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm also pretty upset that I didn't get the right one to begin with.
Jody Handley is an experienced voter and has even worked on local campaigns. So when she received her mail-in ballot for this June's primary, filling it out was hardly a challenge. But it wasn't until after she mailed it back that she realized she voted for the wrong person.
I noticed that Summer Lee was on the ballot, and I took very special note of it because I've worked with her in the past.
So Jody ended up voting for Representative Lee. But by seeing the familiar name, Jody forgot that her representative is actually Dan Frankel, whose name was not on the ballot she received. Jody contacted Frankel's office and let them know her ballot was incorrect. Then a call was made to the County Board of Elections, who told Jody,
send me a new ballot and then find my ballot when it came in, because the mail-in ballots have your name on the outside of them, and discard that one. So they are saying that my vote will count.
Today we contacted the county to find out if there have been more instances of incorrect ballots being sent to voters. They told us they've had a few calls about this issue, and they're all being noted and corrected.
And you can also be proactive. I just did a quick search. I'll show you how to do it right now on Allegheny County's website to find sample ballots. And I just found Jody's sample ballot, and clearly it says Dan Frankel is her representative. All you have to do is type in a search for sample ballot, those two words, on Allegheny County's website, and it'll take you to the page where you put in your district information and you can view your ballot.
But if you do receive an incorrect ballot in the mail, Allegheny County says to call the elections department directly and report it. And to make sure problems like this are addressed before ballots are mailed out, the county says they have a question and answer process in place with their workers to spot check all items being mailed out to ensure that they're correct. In Allegheny County, Joe Arena, Channel 11 News.
It is cloudy and cool this afternoon, and cold rain, unfortunately, is on the way.
It sure is. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is tracking those changes from home. Danielle?
Good afternoon, Gordon and Peggy. After temperatures today climb into the mid-50s, we're looking at them falling right back down into the 40s at 11 p.m. And overnight tonight, it's going to be another cold one with temperatures falling into the 30s. And in fact, we're actually going to keep a cloudy sky around for today with a chance for a stray shower by evening and nightfall. Overnight, more scattered showers for the bulk of the area. It is feeling more like March here this week. In fact, below average temperatures, rain and snow possible, and also some frost to talk about. I've got a lot more to show you, including those spring snow stats and how often we see snow in May, coming up in just a few minutes.
Still ahead, the local dentist offices being transformed into coronavirus testing sites and what it means for patients.
And President Trump takes his first major trip in months today, how his staff is making sure he is not exposed to COVID-19. Local communities work to get back to business. Channel 11 News will continue to be on the front lines with what is happening now, with experts answering questions about our local economy.
Financial support is still out there.
With a team of reporters every day covering every aspect as we get back to business. Here to make sure leaders are putting your health first.
And today, the governor backtracked. The next steps are crucial, and you can count on us to sort out the details every day on Channel 11 News at 5.
NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
In his first major trip since the start of the pandemic, President Trump is in Arizona today touring a facility that's now making masks for medical workers.
Our Washington correspondent Jacqueline Fell explains how the trip is both presidential and political.
President Trump is heading to the battleground state of Arizona, hoping to show that the nation's tattered economy will rebound soon and that some sense of normalcy is returning to American life.
We're going to build the greatest economy in the world again, and it's going to happen pretty fast.
The president is heading to a Honeywell facility in Phoenix that is now making respirator masks, those N95 ones that frontline workers need during this pandemic. This is his first major trip in nearly 2 months as he pushes states to roll back social distancing restrictions that were put in place due to the outbreak. He'll use this trip to highlight the U.S.'s response to the virus as he fights for re-election, which is just 6 months away. The White House says this trip will be under tight medical security. Medical personnel administered coronavirus tests to anyone that was expected to come into close proximity to the president. President Trump says he's also open to wearing a mask when he tours the facility. Reporting outside Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
A new mission, the plan a local dentist has to keep people healthy during the pandemic.
Channel 11 News brings you what's happening now on the coronavirus.
Certain restrictions are now lifted on some outdoor activities.
What's new and what is happening next.
Today we expect to hear from the governor about which areas could start to reopen.
Count on Channel 11 News. major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now, always on when you want the latest on breaking news.
Nobody can read between the lines like Judge Judy.
They were forced to close because of the pandemic. Now some local dentist offices are turning into coronavirus testing sites. Beginning as early as today, Refresh Dental in Newcastle will be split right down the middle. Emergency dental patients will be on one side and coronavirus testing will be on the other. Dr. Andrew Matta says they decided on the change after speaking with Allegheny Health Network and the Cleveland Clinic.
We've piloted in some of our New York locations as well as some other states. So now we're starting to pilot it here. So there are a lot of things that we're learning along the way.
You'll need a doctor's order to get a test. Refresh locations in Pittsburgh could offer testing as soon as next week.
rest of today, temperatures will be climbing into the mid-50s under a cloudy sky. I hope you're having a great Tuesday, by the way. Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour today out of the east-northeast. We're all in for a cold night with temperatures falling down into the 30s in many locations, including Beaver, Pittsburgh, Butler, Indiana, Washington, close to 40 degrees. And we will be bringing in some rain to the forecast. Take a look at our storm tracker maps at 2:30 this afternoon, keeping the cloudy sky around for the area. I am expecting that chance for a stray evening shower, especially south of the Pittsburgh area. More widespread rain does come in later on tonight. You can see that green showing up on our storm tracker maps. Here's 1:30 in the morning, rain in Pittsburgh and in Greensburg, and that rain will continue to push in from the west. And as we head into Wednesday morning and temperatures cool down into the 30s, our model data has been bringing in some rain and some snow. That's the purple and the white shaded color that you're seeing on the screen there. So by 8:30 in the morning, places like Greensburg could be dealing with a rain-snow mix. And I don't want to entirely rule it out here in Pittsburgh as temperatures cool and fall in the morning, that is into the upper 30s. Model data has been suggesting rain and snow chances here for Pittsburgh over the last couple of model runs. In the afternoon, the temperatures will climb, so anything that's out there still will be in the form of rain. So some showers in Pittsburgh, Greensburg, Indiana. Looks like western counties starting to dry things out. And this weather system is in and out because by Wednesday night, we are looking at drying skies and clearing skies at that. You can see there from Pittsburgh into Washington, mostly clear already by Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. And into Thursday, we'll wake up with plenty of sunshine. Now, speaking of the snow, I promised you a look at our spring snow facts. And so the latest recorded snow on record in Pittsburgh, May 27th, 1961. That's when we had a trace. The latest snow accumulation on record, May 25th, 1925, and that's when we had a ½ inch. And then the latest 1 inch or more snow, May 9th, 1966, where we picked up a little more than 3 inches of snow. So it is possible, but wow, you're talking snow in late May. Unbelievable there. Here you can see those stats. And so as we take a look at our snow forecast, and we do have snow in the forecast for early tomorrow morning as well as later in the week and weekend, it has only snowed 6 times in a May more than a trace. So it's very incredible to see this in the forecast. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 40s tomorrow with rain and snow around in the morning. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. 46 in Greensburg, 48 in Washington. Here's the 5-day forecast. And again, feeling more like March. You can see Wednesday 48, but 58 Thursday. So that's a little bit better. Well, with an increase in cloud cover. Showers on Friday, and then Friday night into Saturday, rain and snow showers are in the forecast with scattered snow showers expected on Saturday.
Thanks, Danielle. And now here is Lisa Robertson with your local steals and deals.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson, coming to you from home, where, of course, I like to have great beauty ideas that don't require me to go to a doctor's office or a spa. Who has time for that? Can't really get there. Love knowing that there are things I can do at home. One of the biggest things people are talking about in the world of beauty right now is the Beauty Boost, the Beauty Shortcut, that are these dermal pads that really, really help with your skin. Now, this is something that I love because you can do it at home, but I love the fact that we found a small company who's doing an amazing job of it. This is called Wrinkles Schminkles. This is a company that puts out a really high quality beauty treatment in a dermal pad, and they're going to offer it to us at Local Steals and Deals for 50% off. So you can save money and look great. How amazing is that? So I tried these last night for the first time because I've been trying a number of these, ironically, kind of about now, been trying a number of them. And what I found is, oh my gosh, they can be expensive. And then when I heard this Wrinkles Schminkles, I thought, I'm not familiar with them. I don't know. Tried it last night. Love it. This is the one that I did last night on my chest, right? It's a heart. Love it. We're going to have it for the chest, the eyes, and the forehead for the women, and the eyes and the forehead for the men. I love the quality of this. I love how thick it is. I love the quality. It's medical grade silicone. I love how it really sticks to your skin so it can stay on all night. You're not going to wake up with things falling off in the bed because that's just embarrassing. I love how it's not going to be shiny so it doesn't look like, wow, there's stickers all over your face. No, none of that. And I love that I can just use it for 1 or 2 hours if I want a quick boost before I go out or I want to look my best, or I can use it all night, whichever I prefer. It comes with this amazing cleaner so that the pads are always clean. They're going to re-adhere easily. I love the morning afterglow serum as well. And this is something that I guarantee you're going to love as well. Localsteels.com, 50% off, another great beauty boost that you don't have to leave the house for, and I can't wait for you to try it.
Social media is buzzing about so-called murder hornets. Why researchers say they could be in the U.S. for good.
Coronavirus can't keep this local teacher from her students. Reading, teaching, and making crafts online. She's finding ways to connect while staying apart.
It's really touching to see someone else care about your child.
Coming together in a time of crisis makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be from Pittsburgh. Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Great cars, great people. For a great deal on a Honda, visit shophonda.com. News 11 at 11. 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Well, you've probably seen it on your news feed by now. The so-called murder hornet has made its way to the U.S. from Asia. It was found in Washington state late last year and is now coming out of hibernation. The hornets decapitate thousands of honeybees, and they can destroy hives in just a few hours. But its venom also kills around 50 people a year in Japan. Teams in Washington state are moving fast. They say they have a small window to get rid of it, and if not, it'll be here for good. Kind of scary. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast comes up tonight at 5 o'clock.
Thanks for watching and have a great day.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coraopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news.